I'm Andy McGrath, the editor of Rouleau magazine. I interview professional cyclists, from the smallest ones in the world, kind of profile-wise, the likes of Bradley Wiggins, Lance Armstrong, Chris Froome, that kind of thing. I edit the magazine, so I choose which photographs are in there, choose what the content is, play around with the captions and the minute things, and I end up kind of going around Europe and sometimes the world, going to bike races to do this as well. I like the variety the most, because literally every day is completely different. You're meeting a new, interesting person. Could be a young cyclist who's 18, could be a former cyclist who's 68, 78. And sometimes it's in completely new places. Like if I'm on the Tour de France, it will be in a different town every single day. So it's never boring, it's always exciting. I'd say deadlines. I think no one likes deadlines, do they? And they do creep up, even though you need them to get things done in life as well. I studied English literature at the University of York, York is a lovely city. And I studied it because I liked writing, I was good at writing, and I also enjoyed reading. And even then I knew I wanted to do something involved in writing, whether that was journalism or book writing or whatever. And I went down that route and it's worked out well, I think. When I left university, I originally wanted to do a postgraduate degree in magazine journalism, which would have been 1 year. But it just so happened that Cycling Weekly magazine, which has been going for 120 years, it's kind of a big thing in the cycling milieu here. It was based in my hometown of Croydon in South London. So I went there for work experience of 2 weeks, not expecting anything. And they kept me on. So I kind of got lucky. I think it was the right timing, and it was certainly the right place geographically. And I was there for 4 or 5 years. And then one day the editors of Rouleau called me up and said, "Do you want to come in for a chat? We've got a role here." And I leapt that chance because it's a beautiful magazine. I think I would say just believe in yourself and believe in the techniques that you've been taught, that you're learning. I can remember it's never easy to relax in some pressing situations. Like I remember I didn't like to talk much out loud at school, certainly in class, even though it was different with my friends. But I think what really helped was having the self-confidence. So that's what I would say, because I think it's only natural to have these pressures and these doubts when it happens, but you just got to have faith that things will change, and it's likely they will. I would say that having a stammer has not held me back in any way. Even though 14 years ago when I was a kid, I would have found it very hard to imagine me now putting my hand up in press conferences with a microphone and asking questions in front of 200 people, 150 people, and doing interviews on TV, on radio, on podcasts. That would probably have been my worst nightmare. But it's all changed. And in a way I think I've even embraced my stammer. It's a point of difference, but it makes you special. It isn't something that should hold you back at all, no.